3, 2, 1. Blast off. I'm here to remind you guys not to quit. Quitting is the easiest thing in the world. Continuing to move forward with something is one of the hardest. What's up, Pink Man? I know some people say, well, that's not true. If you're talking about cigarettes or a bad habit, it's hard to quit. But that's because it has become such a habit. It's become so ingrained in these people. You need to create the pursuit of your dreams or the pursuit of some success. It needs to become such a bad habit that you cannot quit it. What's up, Kiana? Nice to see you. Jesse Pinkman. Let's get 2 likes before the 2-minute mark. I think we can do that. What's up, Yasmino? Jesse, good to see you guys. I'm just reminded, I talked about on one of those sleep streams or whatever the other day, it was the best time to give it your all is when you've got nothing left to give. I say that because if you can literally just hold on a little bit longer before quitting. It's so funny. It says there are 0 likes. I love these YouTube live streams. They are completely wrong with all of the data. Anjali Ramjatan in the house. Let's get this party on. I know I keep talking about the whole YouTube thing and the YouTube live, but that's because that's part of my life right now, and it's a relevant topic because most of you know somebody who has a YouTube channel, or you have a YouTube channel yourself. I mean, I know lots of people with YouTube channels. Very few actually make money from it. Very few people have gotten to the number of watch hours that you need to get there. And just in general, you can't quit, because if you quit, you lose. If you keep going one more day, maybe there's a chance that something is going. Yasmin, you got to stop saying that. That's so annoying. Please don't get into the habit of the English or Spanish thing. If you do that again, you'll be timed out. It's really annoying. You need to quit, Yasmin, saying those stupid things about English or Spanish. I'm just, why that's on my mind is just because I know every single time, I want to quit so many times, so many things. If you guys know me, you guys Google me, you guys look at my bio, you know I'm involved with 1.5 million things. And of course, the more ambitious you are, the more opportunity you have to fail, which means the more likely you are going to fail, which means the more likely you're going to want to quit, because it stinks when you have failure in your life. But every single time I'm about to quit, if I can just control my mind and hold on for a day or for an hour, for a day, for a week, I'm always grateful that I did not quit. Kiana wants to talk for a second. What the heck does that mean? So, we have some messages here. Jesse says, quitting is hard, but it's also easy. Exactly, Jesse. That's exactly the reason why there's such issue here. Quitting is hard. Quitting is easy, and that's why people do it. Finding the strength to keep going despite failure, despite criticism, despite people telling you you stink. That's the hard thing. That is the hard thing. Apparently, Jesse's deleting a lot of messages here. Thank you, Jesse, for your help. And so, Kiana, if you want to share something, absolutely you can. I mean, the topic again today is when you want to quit, don't. Doesn't mean you can't quit eventually if you decide it's not something you want to do. But 9 times out of 10, when you want to quit, it's the wrong decision. Beyond that, and this is a corollary, I have an easy time not quitting. I have a hard time sometimes controlling my emotions. Not always. I mean, I'm able to function fine in life, but I think all of us sometimes make decisions based on emotions. And I've learned with very big decisions to hold on and count your breath, count to 10, maybe even sleep on it before you make a decision. Because think about that, some rash decision that you could make could result in somebody else quitting on you. But that's a whole other story. The main topic that I want to talk about here is, first of all, if none of you want to quit anything you're doing in life, it means you are not trying. I used to give these speeches in New York City to actors at AFTRA, American Federation of Television Radio Artists. It was the television union before they merged and became part of Screen Actors Guild. And I generally would have about 100, 150 people there, and it was always standing room only. There were people standing in the back because they really wanted to come in. And I would always ask this question: raise your hand if you have wanted to quit the pursuit of acting in the last year. And I'd look around, and maybe one or two people would raise their hands. And I'd ask the question again. I'm going to ask this again. Raise your hand if you've wanted to quit acting in the last year. Now, 4, 5, 6 hands went up. And then I said, all right, fine. But then I told them, I said, look, for those of you who raised your hands and admitted that you wanted to quit acting, the pursuit of acting in the last year, give you a thumbs up because you're pretty awesome. So the rest of you, the other 146 people here who did not raise your hands, you did not raise your hands for one of two reasons. Number one, you're lying. And I think that's probably half of the group. Or you're not trying hard enough to succeed. That's the other half of the group. Because people who don't want to quit are either lying or they're not trying hard enough where they ever put themselves in an emotional state where they might actually want to quit. What's up, lambs? Kiana, let's see what else. We got some comments here. Yeah, Red Dead Edit stopped saying, yeah, thank you very much, Kiana. Jesse, today I changed my whole appearance. I wanted to quit, but changing my appearance made me feel better. Jesse, fantastic. And that is something, and actually it's a great launching pad to a very good lesson, Jesse. Sometimes we need to quit doing what we're doing, but keep the same mission, but just change something so that it gives us I've wanted to give up on YouTube for 18 years. I would keep doing it, but I'd basically given up as a YouTuber. I had no belief that I was actually going to make money from this or ever get to the point where I monetized until 7 weeks ago, YouTube Live, I started doing it, and boom, that was something different. And that rejuvenated me and gave me a renewed hope that this could be something viable. Now, 7 weeks in, I have about 2,100 watch hours, only 900 to go till it's monetized. I still had difficulty getting today. It's the first live stream of today, and it's 2 p.m. And I had to think, do I really want to do this live stream? Why? Because I know that not as many people watch me as was watching me on that fluke during that Donald Trump thing. When I did my 2 live streams the day after Trump had an assassination attempt, I had 130 people watching my live streams. And I thought maybe that gave me such a rush of adrenaline, and it's hard to come back and come back to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 people on a live stream. But don't quit. And I realized, here's the truth, even if I'm not getting as much watch time as I was getting last week. And that was amazing. I got nearly 600 watch hours in one day. Now, if I get 30 hours in watch hours in one day, I feel like I'm doing okay. But I can't quit. Every single time I jump on this live stream, I'm getting a little bit more watch time. And I don't know how long it's going to take. But even though I think about quitting all the time, don't quit. We keep going. We keep going. Absolutely, Jesse. I agree with what you said, Kiana. Lamus is here. Do not fear, for I am here. Carly's actually here before 10 minutes. That's pretty impressive. Jesse, changing my appearance. Hey. Very good job, Jesse. Watching your lives earlier. Well, thank you very much, Carly. Now that's a super fan right there. I appreciate your help. It's around 8 p.m. Kiana's back. And Yasmin says today, nice everyone, very good. I agree. Today I was watching YouTube and a video. It was live. It was a live recording of the band Hanson from 6 months ago, and they did a version of their song Mbop. I don't know if you guys know it. Maybe you're too young, but it was a big hit song in the late 90s. Mbop, ba-da-ba, doo-da, do it, I'ma do, wop, boop, ba-da-ba, do, yeah, yeah, mbop. And I mean, those guys are grown men now. They're still rocking out. 2 lessons from that. One, they keep going. They haven't quit. Now, granted, it's easier to keep going when you're already successful. I mean, Mbop became successful back in the 1990s. They were like 16, 15 years old, 14. And of course, it's easier to, like some people in the chats were writing, I can't believe Hanson is still a band and they're still playing. Well, wouldn't you still be a band and still be playing if you were getting paid millions of dollars every year? Absolutely. So that's why people keep harping on me going, why are you so focused on making money from YouTube? You should just do it because you love it. You should be cool because it's fun. Yeah, but how much easier is it going to be for me to continue doing YouTube if I'm actually making money from it? Even if it's 200, we had a poll yesterday asking how much money do you think I'm going to make from YouTube once I get the super chats up? And I was surprised. 75% of the people that took the poll said that they would think I would be making at least $500, if not more than $1,000 a month. Think about that. Imagine if I'm making $500 a month from doing these live streams, now I get to combine fun with income. That is cool. I mean, think about anything that you do for fun. Playing video games, playing with your toys if you're a kid, going bike riding. Just imagine now, say, hey, look, I don't want you to change anything about your routine. If you go bike riding 3 times a week for an hour, I'm now going to pay you $1,000 a month to continue to go bike riding an hour per day, 3 times a week. My gosh, that's going to become an incredible part of your routine, and it will never stop now because you were doing it before for fun. Now you're doing it for $1,000 a month. Whoa, mind-blowing, right? So that's why I keep harping about this idea of making money. I have fun doing this. I wouldn't do it if it weren't fun. I'm not doing it just for money. There are much easier ways for me to make $500. But I think it would be so rewarding if I could tell people that I'm making $500 a week from YouTube. And people ask, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yeah. And I go, yeah, and I make money from it. Really? How much? Well, right now I may pay about $500 a month. It pays for about 1/3 of my rent every month. Wow. Or $500 a month. It pays for a trip to New York City every month for me. Cool. You're making money doing something that you love? That's amazing. So that's why I keep pushing, why I don't quit. So again, going back to Hanson. Of course they haven't quit in the last 25 years because they're making a lot of money doing something they love. But it reminded me that back when I remember when that song came out. It was summer 1997. I was I just finished my semester of college at American University. I was at the Washington semester program. And I was in New York City, and I was enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts summer program. That's where I got selected by the head of the school to audition for the role of Michelle Pfeiffer's son in a movie. That was that summer that I realized that I wanted to become an actor. And it was the summer right before I moved to Switzerland for my junior and senior years of college. And I remember that song, as soon as it comes on, I'm reminded of two things. Going to the Montauk Yacht Club with my mom and my sister after I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I had all four of my wisdom teeth taken out. I looked like Marlon Brando in The Godfather. And I was at the Montauk Yacht Club, and that's when MMMBop came out on the radio. So I'm always reminded of going to Montauk Yacht Club and remembering going to American Academy of Dramatic Arts summer program. And I'm reminded that fall, in September, October, I moved to Switzerland, and I got a motor scooter, and I installed these little speakers on my scooter, and I had a Walkman. I don't know if you guys know what a Walkman is, but a Walkman is used to have a little cassette tape that was about this, like it looked about as big as this. These are my flashcards. This big, and it had songs on it. And I had MMMBop on my Walkman. Wait a second, no, I had one of the first generation iPods, but it was that big. And I put Velcro on it, and I Velcroed it to my scooter, and I was able to play MMMBop while I was riding around the streets of Lugano, Switzerland. And so that song has wonderful, great memories for me. And I'll catch up on comments in a second. But I mean, watching that song, and I was looking at the comments, and everyone's saying, doesn't it remind you like when things were so much easier back in the late 90s? And it's so true. Life was easier for me back in the late 90s. I didn't have to worry about making money. I did not have a huge amount of rejection in my life at this point. With show business, with entrepreneurship, YouTube wasn't even a thing. The internet wasn't even really a thing in 1997. Think about that. In 1997, the internet was just starting to come out. Most people did not have email addresses. I mean, that was still a thing. Most people did not have a website. And doing live streaming, that word did not even exist. YouTube did not exist. So, what do you mean back then your life was easier too? Jesse, you weren't born back then. I don't know, or were you? Maybe you're older than you're letting on. But we're always thinking back to our past, and often thinking that it's better than our present. I mean, we think of that as the good old days. And we think back to, life was so much better back then. But the truth is, life was a struggle then too. But we're just remembering the good times. We were remembering these good nostalgic times from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago, thinking that life was just great. But the truth is, I remember times in high school when I was getting picked on and life was not great. I remember times in college when these girls that I asked out on dates had no interest in me and I was depressed and miserable. I remember times, even that weekend when my wisdom teeth came out, my teeth hurt like crazy. It was not good times. It was not good times all the time. So we think back to our past, but we have a warped memory. Our memory of the past is not accurate. So, what does that have to do with me talking about when you're thinking about quitting, don't quit? It means that even applies to you creating a better future for yourself. I think a lot of times people quit because it gets so hard and it's easy to quit, as Jesse pointed out. But when you quit, you're quitting on making a better life for yourself. You're quitting. Remember, right now, I mean, these 3 years here, me living in Miami Beach with my mom with the apartment down the hall, I have this problem with my ulnar nerve in here. I'm trying to strengthen this, and me skydiving and doing this. I don't particularly love Miami Beach. I am not absolutely in love with it. It's not, I don't feel like my life is perfect in any way, shape, or form right now, but I guarantee you, probably in 10 years, I'm going to look back on today, these days, as the good old days. I'll remember, wow, summer 2024. That was the summer when my YouTube channel finally got monetized. Oh, I remember that. I remember, yeah, and you had that ulnar nerve thing. I remember all those good times. I'm not going to remember the bad times. We always warp our memories to only remember the good times. That's why we call them the good old days. But there were never any good old days because we were always struggling all the time. Let me look at some of these comments from you guys. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's a lot of comments in here. Okay, a lot of comments here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Carly, Yasmin, did reject those two people. No problem. Kiana, heard that song. Love it. Jesse, Carly, play volleyball. Thank you, Carly, for sticking around. Jesse wants millions of dollars. I remember Glitch saying they're going to donate through Super Chat. Yeah, once I get there. Almost there, guys. We'll hit 2,100 hours tomorrow. And then it's less than, we're in the 800s. We just need 800 more to get to the Super Chat. Starting your job next week. That is awesome, Jesse. I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. Feeding a cat for a week, $65. Awesome. You are technically rich. No, I remember this. I think I was in 5th grade in New York. And I remember I entered in this raffle at the local church. And I won the raffle. And they sent me a check for $100. And literally, I ran around the block yelling, I'm rich! I'm rich! I'm rich! I was so excited and so thrilled. I could not believe that I had $100. And I looked back and realized, $100. Not that much. I mean, today, that's probably worth $500, to be honest, because of inflation. But I know how you feel. $65. Congratulations, Jesse. Yeah, our pronouns here on this channel are USA. Jesse wants a Walkman. My life was easier. 1 billion years old. Wish I existed in the 2000s. I honestly liked my life. You know what's weird? I did like my life before the internet better than I do now. But at the same time, I wouldn't be able to be talking to you guys if the internet didn't exist and if YouTube didn't exist. So the internet brought a lot of bad, but in some ways it did bring a little bit of good as well. And I'm grateful that the internet's here so I can talk to you guys. And Carly's never been rejected, just dumped. That's basically a rejection, isn't it, Carly? Yo, Carly, we're done. We're done, huh? We're done. Carly was cheated on. Jesse was dumped. See, we've all been dumped and cheated on, see? Whoever cheated on you, it's your loss. Ever the one that cheated. Yeah. A lot of discussion here about that. Congratspreneur 100. It's okay. Or that too, if that was me. I call my ex fat. He was bragging about a 4-pack when I got past my 4-pack phase in 5th grade. Carly, it's time for you to move on from that 4-pack, dude, because you're in the 6-pack phase club. You're in the 6-pack fan club now. 6-pack fan club now. I think I have a 6-pack. I'm pretty excited about that. I want to be a scene kid in the 2000s. What's up, Major? So good to have you guys here. Anyway, but what I was saying, why I was inspired to do this topic today about when you're thinking about quitting, don't. I believe, first of all, I know that me thinking about the past, the good old days, is a warped view. Because I look back at the past and think that it's better than it was. The past was not as great as it was. And again, if I look back, even 2.5 years from now, when I first moved to Miami Beach, I could romanticize that and think, oh yeah, those were the good old days. I remember when I first moved here, blah, blah, blah. But no, we're just pretending to forget the stuff that's negative. But I have to believe, and we have to believe, you have to believe, I have to believe, we all do, tomorrow can be better than yesterday. That's why we cannot quit. I've had some really difficult stuff over the last 7-8 years, and I'm still trying to figure it all out. But I'm here to remind you, and in so doing, remind myself, Monroe, things could turn around tomorrow. Things could get really great. Maybe this YouTube thing works out better than I could think. I cannot quit now, 890 watch hours away from getting monetized. I am really eager to see what the heck is going to happen when this channel gets monetized. I'm not going to give up on my company, Breakdiving. We're having our first local Breakdiving Miami meeting tomorrow here in Miami. And I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm not giving up on fixing my ulnar nerve and regaining the strength in my right hand. That's where I got these exercise machines here, because I will not quit. I will not quit on basically on myself. I want to keep going. I tell you this, but I want to quit. I constantly want to quit. Quitting seems like the easiest thing to do. What a relief. But the only problem is when you quit, you feel a rush of adrenaline and relief for maybe 24 hours. Very quickly, that adrenaline and relief is replaced by panic, anxiety, and sometimes regret. So that's why I want to make sure you do not quit. Let me look at some more of these messagios. And don't have any words. Carly has a 20-pack. Yeah, that's what I heard. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Over again. Don't make me change my mind. Robbie Ellenwood, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I swear it's true. Jesse, because a girl like you is impossible to find. Are those lyrics or something, Jesse? I don't know. My friend Evelyn is kidnapped. Monroe Mann is the best motivational speaker. Thank you very much. And Robbie, by the way, I think I've seen your name here before, Robbie. And thank you for clicking like. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm just reminding you guys, not only don't quit, but push yourself a little bit more. There's a difference between not quitting and actively pushing yourself forward. Here's a little story about, there are many people who tell me that they have not quit the pursuit of acting. But then I ask them, how many auditions have you gone on this year? How many screenplays have you written with you in this starring role this year? How many YouTube videos have you made where you're acting? How many plays have you done? Most of them, they haven't done anything. But they convince themselves in their mind. They say, oh, but I haven't quit. No, I haven't quit. Yes, you have. If you have stopped actively doing something towards your goal, you've quit. You can try to convince yourself that you have not quit. But if you're not pushing yourself to get farther tomorrow than you are today, you've quit. That's why I got on the live stream right now. Because if I didn't do another live stream today, maybe I was at risk of quitting. Or, guess what? If I didn't do a live stream today, maybe I did quit. You have to push yourself. You cannot just say, I haven't quit. It's an active, I am doing something today to improve my life, to improve my abilities, to improve my education, to improve my knowledge, to improve my well-being, to do something so that tomorrow I'm better than today, and today I'm better than tomorrow. Why did I do this today, this live stream? The YouTube watch hours are on a 5-day delay. So this morning, I got the watch hours from July 17th. Tomorrow, I will get the watch hours added for July 18th. If I didn't do a live stream this morning or today, and then I wake up on 5 days from now, and the watch time doesn't change, or only change by half an hour or an hour or 2 hours, that would be pretty upsetting to me. Not only that, I'm realizing if I can just do a little bit more watch time, a little bit more live streaming, I'm going to get closer and closer and closer to the goal. So you have to keep asking yourself, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish this week? What are you trying to accomplish this summer? What are you trying to accomplish before the end of this year? It seems like Christmas time is a long way away. We're going to be having the Monroe Mann Christmas stream before you know it. And on my other channel, Break Diving, the break diving stream before we know it. It's going to be here like that. So get off your ass and make something happen today. And if it's late where you are, let's say it's 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and you think, oh, I'll start tomorrow. Don't you dare do that. You do it today. People who tell me that they don't have, I'm about to get ready for bed. Guess what? You have 5 minutes to read a little bit more in a book. You have 5 minutes to plan a video you could shoot tomorrow. You have 5 minutes to call somebody and wish that person good night or say, I love you. You have 5 minutes to do this. Look at this. How long does it take for me to do a little bit of exercise for my hand here to improve the strength of my pinky? Not long, ladies and gentlemen. Do it today. As I always tell you, when do you do it? When do winners do it? Winners do it now. When do winners do it? Say it. Winners do it now. Say it 3 times. Winners do it now. Huh. Winners do it now. Huh. Winners do it now. Huh. That's right. Winners do it now. All right. Let me look at some comments here. We'll catch up. And Jesse is not going to quit. I need you to be Kino again. Got too many Billy Bob quotes. You missed Kino. I did a whole thing from Kino yesterday morning. You should watch that live stream. Watch the Kino Surf live stream from yesterday, and that'll probably give you lots of good new stuff, new quotes. And one Kino quote. Well, let's see if I can come up with, what's another Kino quote? I think one of them is you got to surf the waves of life. What else? I can't remember any of the Kino surf lines. This is my last resort. Okay. Double tap the screen to show some love. Thank you, Carly. Major is here, putting a unicorn or something in the live chat. Still don't get how dying. Okay. Hey, who knows, Jess? Here, can I tell you this? Jesse's saying, how could one change of my hairstyle result in so many people suddenly noticing me? Well, Jesse, it's the same thing as with me and the YouTube. How could I have done 18 years of YouTube, regular videos, and no one notices me? And then suddenly I start doing YouTube Live 2 months ago, and wow, I've got a bunch of new fans, and I've got a bunch of new people, and I've got watch time like never before. Sometimes you just change one little thing, and it makes all the difference. That's another reason why I tell you, when you're about to quit, don't quit. Because the best time to give it your all is when you've got nothing left to give. The moment that you're going to get that second wind. You don't get a second wind after you quit. After you quit, everyone's already run by you. You get that second wind when you say, I'm just going to keep going a few more steps. I'm going to keep going a few more steps. And then suddenly, boom, you get this super turbocharge of power. And you just keep going. And sometimes you don't know What's going to give you that turbocharge of power until you just keep trying different things? For me, that's turbocharge in general for YouTube was doing YouTube Live. Last week, it was doing a live stream about Donald Trump. And wow, I got 600 hours of watch time in one day. I wish I'd get another one of those. I would be at 3,000 watch hours within a week. But it doesn't matter. I just keep going. And I do not quit. I do not quit. Every time I do a live stream, I try something a little different to see if it's going to get more people to come. I'll use tags. I'll change the title around. I will do it at different times. I will write a different description. Because just as you said, Jesse said, I don't get how dyeing a strand of my hair red and changing my clothing style could make me instantly pretty for some people. Because that's the way life is. And you have no idea what you're going to change. And that's why I say don't quit. There's a story called Acres of Diamonds. It's a book story, and basically don't quit 3 feet from gold. Back in the California gold rush, everybody was going out to San Francisco. That's why they're called the 49ers. In 1849, everybody went out to California looking for gold. A lot of people spend a lot of money buying equipment, diggers, sifters, etc. And they would spend maybe a year trying to dig for gold. And then they decided, you know what, this is not working. I'm giving up. And someone else is coming over because the gold rush is still going on. And so let's say this family sells all their equipment, all their machinery, all their shovels, all their spades. Like, just give me $5, whatever. And let's say it cost them $20,000 for all the equipment. Just give me $10, whatever. And this new guy arrives there and goes, cool, I got all this equipment here. And he just gets into the equipment and just I'm just going to try to dig and just see what happens. Literally within 5 minutes of him turning on the machine, boom, he finds a huge vein of gold and is incredibly rich. That's the story about 3 feet from gold. And the idea is you should not quit when you are 3 feet from gold. How do you know if you're 3 feet from gold? You don't. You never know if you are. But that's why after 18 years, I still have not given up on YouTube. And that's how I suddenly found YouTube Live 2 months ago, and boom, in a month, I should be at 1,000 hours of watch time unless something crazy happens. Pretty awesome. And then maybe when I get monetized, I don't make a massive amount of money, but maybe I just keep going because I'm 3 feet from gold. I found somebody's channel who has a monetization, and on shorts, there's something called super thanks. And I gave this guy $1.99 just because I wanted to say hello. But I realized you can pay up to $499 to somebody on a super thanks. $499. Which means if I just keep on doing YouTube Lives and shorts, and I can do one that really helps a lot of people, boom, maybe someone says that was worth $499. This is the 3 feet from gold idea. Don't give up. Jesse says, why is YouTube slow? I don't know. Good, Jesse. I'm glad you're going to start painting. Major wants to be mod. Well, actually, he doesn't say mod. He goes, how can I be mode? Mode, M-O-D-E in French, means à la mode. It means like in style. So the answer to the question is, how can you be in style? Maybe you should talk to Jesse Pinkman, because Jesse apparently dresses so much that everyone is attracted to him or her. Who knows? I still have no idea who half these people are on my live streams. Why is everybody putting now? Oh yeah, Winter's doing now, now, now. Wow, that was from before. And Freddie, a lot. What? Yeah, don't beg for moderators. I give people moderators when I believe they've earned it and when I need a moderator. I just got rid of 4 moderators because they don't come here anymore. And if you're not coming anymore, you're not really much of a moderator. So, Jesse Pinkman, we love the characters. We have a problem. What's wrong, Rabbit? I turned into your fan because you were super nice and motivational. We got a prick on you, marking our soldiers. She's gone, but she might come back. That happens. YouTube is a crazy place. Carly ate too many electronic elephants. That's not good. And not here venting. Carly, Rabbit. Okay. That's not good, Rabbit. Let's see. Gold. Please show me your gold. That's the most important, most inspirational thing I've heard today. A la mode. Double tap the screen to show some love. Wait, who did you get rid of? I don't remember. Basically people who I haven't seen in probably 2 weeks or so. And I realize a lot of people ask for mod, not because they actually support the host. They are just trying to see if the host is going to give them mod. It's kind of like a guy who all he does is go after girls, and he chases, and as soon as the girl says, yes, I'll go on a date, he's no longer interested. So I kind of feel like that's the way with a lot of people who ask for mod. They're only a fan until you become a mod. Then when you make them a mod, they're no longer interested in helping. So that's an interesting thing. And Major, doesn't mean you won't become a moderator at one point. You very well may be. But I don't need any more moderators now because I got plenty of people here. So, and Jesse says, all I did was put on a black tank. Hey, never know. No, Jesse Pinkman's been moderator from the beginning. Carly, you got yours about 3 or 4 days ago, I think. So, anyway, guys, whoever's joining, thank you for clicking like. We're talking about the importance of not quitting. Because all of you have got some dream, something going on in your life, and you want to quit. I think we were talking about nostalgia and how we all look back at our past, most of us, and think about the good old days and think, oh, I remember things were so much better back. Well, first of all, things were not so much better back then. You're just imagining things. You're only cherry picking the good stuff. But more importantly, I realized, stop thinking back, oh, the good old days were so good. How about make today so awesome that today becomes the good old days 2 years from now. Make today so great that you remember it 10 years from now as the good old days. Rather than constantly thinking about the past and about the good old days, you can make today the good old days if you just focus on making today awesome and not quitting. Do something today that's going to make your future life awesome. I struggle with this YouTube channel, and I have for 18 years. Why? Because I really believe that I have the potential to make something awesome for my life through this YouTube live. Do I know if it's going to be there? No. You have to operate on a hope and a dream and faith and belief in yourself and hope that tomorrow will be better than yesterday, and knowledge that if you are constantly miserable today, then guess what? You're going to be thinking, then this is what's going to become the good old days. Not good. You want the good old days 2 years from now to be today. You want today to be tomorrow's good old days. Let me see if we've got some questions here. Thanks, Carly, for asking people to subscribe. My dream is to meet the Breaking Bad cast, being an actor, actress, and meeting Monroe. We will meet Jesse Pinkman one day, and you will meet the Breaking Bad cast, and you will become an actor and actress. It is foretold. I have now knighted you. Sergeant Major, today was a good day. I still don't believe in myself, but I do gain a little confidence. I did quit something today. I quit a little cafe that I used to go to here in Miami Beach. The place is called The Lifeguard. And I used to always go there in the morning, not every day, but maybe once every 2 weeks. And so I get there, and I got there in the morning, and I sat, and they said, where would you like to sit? I said, can I sit anywhere? The waitress says, yeah, you can sit anywhere. So I'd like to sit here on the couch. And the couch sits about 4 people. And it's more comfortable, and I didn't want to go sit on the hard table for 2. They give me the menu. They come by, and they say, take your time. So it was about 5 minutes. And then I was just about to order when this family of 4 walks in the door. And some other guy comes over to me. Instead of taking my order, says, oh, hi, we're going to have you to move over here to this small table. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, could you please move over here? Because we need these to... I was flabbergasted. Could not believe how rude they were. I was there first. They asked, where do you want to sit? And I said, I'd like to sit on the couch. They never said, hey, if a larger table comes here, you're going to have to move. They didn't even say, hey, we'll give you a free donut or a free sandwich. We apologize for this inconvenience. I just got up and said, forget you guys. You guys are horrible. I gave them a 1-star review on Google, and we'll never go back there again. I quit. Why did I quit that place? Because they were rude. And I know we were talking about breakups and people cheating on you and stuff like that. There are times when it does make sense to quit. And that's why I'm telling you this story. Now, there's a remedy. If that owner of that restaurant gets back in touch with me and sees my review and says, I apologize so much for what happened, and gives me free coffee for a year, I'll go back there. But until then, I will just continue to badmouth them and tell everybody that the service at the Lifeguard on Washington Avenue in Miami Beach is terrible. What's up, Peto? What's the moral of that story is, in most cases, you do not want to quit. If it's your dream and it's something important to you, don't quit. But if somebody treats you terribly, or a company treats you terribly, or if the dream treats you terribly and you decide that you have no interest in that dream whatsoever anymore, okay, it's all right to quit then. But the key is you have to be sure. Do you really want to quit? 9 times out of 10, you don't really want to quit. And that's the big issue. Most people confuse the feelings of rejection and dejection and disappointment with, I need to quit. No. Forget the feelings of I want to quit. Remind yourself, why are you doing this? Is it important if you succeed? Do you think you have a potential to succeed? And if you do succeed, how amazing will you feel? Right? And that's why I keep doing these YouTube lives, because I tell you, when I get this channel monetized after 18 years, I don't even care if I make any money from it. Just the fact that YouTube gives the stamp of approval and says your channel has been monetized. Wow, that's going to feel awesome. That's one of the reasons why I don't quit, because I think about the future success. You can't focus on if I think about this, Monroe, for the next 3 months, you're going to have to do 1 to 3 live streams per day. And then maybe you'll make $200 a month from Super Chat. That sounds horrible. Better is, Monroe, can you do at least 1 live stream per day, knowing that in the future, probably in the next 3 months, you're probably going to be making some money? That's a heck of a lot easier. So sometimes you have to avoid quitting, you have to remove some of the pressure and remove some of the hard charging mentality of you gotta succeed. Take it easy. Sometimes the ability to just slow down a little bit allows you to not quit. Just the ability to say, here's the truth. Do I need to have this channel monetized by the end of August? No. It's just been 18 years and I'm exhausted and tired and I want this to happen. But if it happens in September, good. October, good. November, good. And that's what I'm realizing, Monroe, as long as you do one live stream per day, even if I would do one live stream every other day, that's enough where I will be monetized by Christmas. But I think I'm going to get there a lot sooner because here I am. Let me see some comments here. Thank you, by the way. Anyone new, please subscribe. Please click like. Love you to join my channel. And let's see. Thank you for the knighting. Jesse, I don't believe in myself half the time either. That doesn't mean you don't do something. You don't have to believe in yourself to actually keep going. That's the beauty of having a plan. I do not believe in myself as a YouTube live streamer. I do not believe that I can turn this into a financially lucrative venture. I do not believe in myself at all. But what do I have is I have a plan and I have a strategy that shows, Monroe, if you do one live stream per day, you have people that for some reason they keep showing up. And you're going to get watch time, which means eventually one day you're going to get monetized. And it's why even if I'm not feeling in a great mood and I don't believe in myself, I still do the live stream. And let me plug myself in because the live streams, it's what's making the watch time happen. And Carly watching the live streams from later that are recorded. And others watching my videos, watching my music videos, watching my short films, things like that. Sergeant Major is a rank in the U.S. Army. In the Marines, I don't know if they have a Sergeant Major. That's a good question. Because the Marines in some ways take some of their ranks, I think, from the Navy because they're technically part of the Navy. So I'm not sure. Good question, Rabbit. Yeah, stop calling yourself ugly, because you're not. Very funny stuff. Good stuff in the chats here. Peto is here. Yeah, you didn't offer me free coffee for a year. That's not cool, Carly. You deserve free coffee for a year. Jesse, it isn't that terrible to move seats. I was just offended that I was there first, and I'm a local. This was a family that's going to be here on vacation, so they're going to make what, $50 for them once. I spend $20 there every other week. So they got somebody for $40. They lost about $600, $700 for the year because they lost a local. It was a really bad decision. I just felt very disrespected, and they felt like they offered me. They said, here, sit on the couch. And then they said, you need to move. It's horrible. That was really messed up. I'm angry at them and I'm not going back. What's up, Jorge? Jorge F, good to see you. Doing all right. I'm going to be monetized. I'm hoping, guys. Have you ever ate borscht? I've had borscht too. I've had like borscht soup in New York City, I think once. Might have had borscht soup in Russia, actually. And it's not your blood group, it's your blood type. I am O positive. Do 1 to 2 live streams so you could get monetized sooner. I'm trying. It is hard though, guys. Look, I've been doing this for an hour now and the max has been 9 people. And I got so spoiled when I did that one a week ago and I had 130 people in here. Like, where did all those people go? I got so many new subscribers, 60, 70 new subscribers, but very few of them, if any, are coming back to the live stream. So I don't understand. I'm getting lots of new subscribers, but the number of people watching the live streams is not going up. So I don't know. That's a problem. I'm trying to debate if maybe I still think maybe I should create a WhatsApp distribution group or an email distribution group so to remind people or something I'm thinking about is should I have one live stream per day at always the same time. Because maybe if people know that I always do a live stream at 9 a.m. every morning, or if I do one every night at 9 p.m., maybe people will know to come in. They don't need to get notifications. They just know Monroe, 9 p.m. every night. What do you guys think of that? What's up, Big Kev? Major wants to know, how can I start my YouTube? Do you mean your YouTube channel? Just start doing it and making shorts. That's it. You do what you do. You do 3 shorts a day. Every 3 days, you'll probably get 1 subscriber, minimum. And if you keep doing shorts, you'll get more and more fans, more subscribers. And let's see, Marine ranks versus Army ranks. Other platforms, Twitter. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to catch up. There we go. Yeah, they'll just teleport a capsule and teleport out. So let me just finish up with this poll. I want to do a poll here and see if it might be a good experiment. Let me see. Would having a regular live stream at 9 p.m. EST every day help? Take a look at that poll here. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know what you think. All right, that's interesting. Okay, we have 3 votes so far. Let's see, we've got 5 people here, so maybe I can get 5 votes before we look at the results. There we go, 5 votes. So we got 80% saying yes. Now, my only thought is, what if something comes up and I can't do it every single night at 9 o'clock? What happens in that sense? I don't know how to deal with that. But maybe that's a possibility. You can't join. Yeah. Maybe I could find out 2 times a day when I could do a live stream regularly, and I'll always be on those 2 times. And maybe that'll result in more people coming more frequently because they'll know when I'm going to be live. That's a possibility. We could look into that. Let me toy around with that idea. So anyway, we're coming on the 1 hour, and that's generally how long I go now, unless there's something special going on. Remember, guys, if you got dreams, don't quit. If you have something important to you, don't quit. And despite that, you're going to feel like you're going to want to quit at some point. That just happens no matter what you do. Hold on an hour, hold on a half a day, hold on a day, hold on for a week. Just figure out a way to hold on a little bit longer, because you will get a second wind. The best time to give it your all is when you've got nothing left to give. So, thank you very much, my friends. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for your support. And hope you have an awesome day, night, morning, whatever it may be. Later, guys.